here in GoToWebinar. If you have never been to one of our webinars, you are in for a treat today because not only are you going to watch this one, but we've actually figured out how to get a good recording from GoToWebinar, automatically email you the recording. So everybody that's attended will get that face.
Yeah, just what everybody here wants.
No editing at all. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Mark Stevenson. That is Tracy Rogerson from Coldesi, and we're here to talk about the ProSpangle, and not just demonstrate the machine and show you how it makes. I was told by somebody that I should show pretty stuff right up front, other than Tracy, and so this is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about the Stingray's design.
Beautiful.
And how it was made on the ProSpangle, what it takes to do that. So Tracy is going to show you the machine. Then Alan Gripton is going to demonstrate the software a little bit for you, and we're going to answer all your questions. I'm going to turn on the computer screen here, so hopefully you can see that. And what I'm going to start with here is something a little different. This is a success story from one of our many successful ProSpangle customers. This lady I really liked. Her name is Laura. She is working out of an undisclosed location. She didn't want to be famous, but you can go and read her story about how this retired couple outside of Memphis, Tennessee, somewhere bought a ProSpangle and paid for it. It paid for itself within just a few months.
Just a few months.
Just literally like that is the time frame that, and it's because I picked this story and I already sent out the link because I want you guys to understand that this is one of the least maintenance machines. It's one of the easiest machines to operate.
It's also our
most profitable machine, like the title of the webinar. So there is that, and also on the ProSpangle site you'll find all kinds of great information. We're going to talk about ROI. But there's also another ROI calculation right on the website that you can go and look at later. And Tracy is also going to be showing off some specific examples of what shirts cost, what blanks cost. And we've got a relationship with Sanmar, so we can actually show you this is our account, and this is what we would pay for these shirts. So if you're not already in the business, you get to see exactly the kind of money that you're going to spend on blanks and what that can mean to your profitability and the products that you can offer. Okay, so having said all that, I am going to turn off the computer screen, and I'm going to let you talk to Tracy.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Tracy. Again, this is our ProSpangle machine. I've been selling Bling machines for Coldesi for almost 10 years. I didn't think anything could take the place of my beloved rhinestone machine, but this is my favorite right here. This is the biggest money maker we have. If you have this machine already and you're not making money, please call me so we can figure out why. There's no reason for this not to be making money unless you're not using it. You just saw it on a screen. Imagine how it looks in person. I wear these to my son's baseball games and people want to touch me. And it's not me, it's the bling.
Wow.
They see the bling. Seeing is believing. It's not rough, it's not heavy like a rhinestone, and the light reflects absolutely gorgeous on it. Sunlight, indoor light, it doesn't matter. Candlelight, it's beautiful. Candlelight, it's beautiful.
Hey, by the way, Tracy's going to be answering questions, so feel free to ask. We're also going to have myself and maybe one other person that's going to be chatting on the side. So ask your questions. We may answer them offline or online.
Lots of information there. Back to the machine. It is a 6-color machine, meaning you can do 6 colors at a time. There are 3 sizes, so you want to make sure that when you're doing your designs, you set it up to where you're working smarter, not harder. You have 2 2mm, which is an SS6. You have 3 SS10s, which is a 3mm, and 1 SS16, which is a 4mm. The press units are not cheap, and they're not something that you want to mess around with changing, so work with what you have.
Yeah, and honestly, we picked those sizes. The ProSpangle is our machine. We picked those sizes because they're the most popular That's from like 10 years of doing rhinestones.
Right. SS10 is the most popular stone size or spangle size. And the smaller, the more shine you get. So you're not wanting, unless you're doing an accent, you really don't want to work with a 5, or sometimes a 4 can be a border, but you really want to emphasize on the smaller because that's what gives off your shine. Now that I've told everyone what they have to do, just make sure that you know which sizes you're getting, because that way you can go ahead and design your own designs. The machine is very fast. Our rhinestone machines go about 150 stones a minute. This is easy, very comfortable at about 800 to 850 spangles a minute. You can barely even go get a cup of coffee before your design is done.
Right. So if you're doing designs, that's 4 or 5 times faster than the most popular rhinestone machine on the market, right, which is ours.
Right, right. And that going that fast, depending on how large your design is, this design field is 13.5 by 17.5, so you can put as many that will fit on there. If you're doing something as large as our Stingray, you may only get 1 or 2, but something as easy as a tiger paw, you could probably get 9 on there very easily. The more you get on there, the bigger your profit is. The supplies, the consumables, this is how you make your money. The machine is an investment. Any machine you make is an investment, of course, for your business, but the supplies are every single reel of color, whether it's pink, silver, black. I know with rhinestones it's harder to come up with a pricing because you have to, a pink's more expensive than, say, a clear. A larger stone is more expensive than an SS6 or an SS10. With this, you get, for $9.95, 108 meters, and you get 27,000 SS10 spangles out of it. That's huge. Your markup is absolutely huge. This design that we did is
4,100 and change.
108 size 2 spangles, and the cost of spangles was $1.15. Tack on another 15-20 cents for paper, put it on a $4 tank top, and you can sell it for,
I'm going to get that closer to the camera.
okay, you can sell that for $20, $25 easily.
Hold on, we lost camera for a second.
Mark's at a loss right now.
All right, there
Yay! Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
So that's 4,000 and change spangles, and about 20 cents worth of transfer tape went on it.
Right. So that design in rhinestones would probably cost you $8. It cost $1.35 with paper. You're going to put that, like Mark said, he's got the Sanmar site up. You can actually see what the pricing we're getting. A tank top, $2.79. You know, that equals $4. Then you're selling it for $25. You're making a huge profit with this machine.
I'm going to go to a split screen since you're talking about this now, and let's take a look at some of this. So
I get excited about the profit.
They can see you talking, and they can also see the Sanmar site.
Right. I get really, really excited talking about how much money you can make with this. That go down a little bit, that blue and white
Yes.
ladies game day, baseball moms would eat that up. $5.49. You put that design on it, $7. You sell it for $25. You have made a huge profit.
Yeah, that's really true. And the best thing about working, if you're not already in the business, then Sanmar is a full-blown distributor. So you can buy jackets from them, you can buy bags, you can buy polos, you can buy hats. All of those things you can put spangles on.
Oh, you can bling pretty much anything.
Right.
And as I say in every single webinar, bling is a want, and people will pay for what they want. Embroidery is a need. If you have to have it for your work and wear your Coldesi shirt, it's just everybody's got to show who they are. But with the bling, you're showing who you support. who you love,
Right.
what you love. And it's a huge want that people will pay for.
Yeah, and by the way, I mean, these are, you know, we did not pick the cheapest shirts that are available. You know, I mean, these are really good quality Bella shirts with a great reputation in the marketplace. So I think that's good for, you know, add $1.38, $1.40 to any of these garments, and that's going to be your cost.
Right. And it gives the same perceived value as a rhinestone shirt. And I'm pretty sure most everyone knows what they've paid for a bling shirt. You know, I know that when I go to baseball tournaments, they're selling shirts for $25, $35.
And even you will pay for it.
No, I will not. I get it here. I get it here. I would love to show you guys just how fast and quiet this machine is.
I'm going to bring up the camera a little bit closer so we can see. And we'll make sure we have good video.
Okay, perfect. My finger.
Go ahead.
Boom. The machine is actually punching out.
Give it a sec, Gracie. It should focus.
The machine's actually punching out the holes, the spangles from the reel. It's flipping them upside down. That way it's on your transfer paper, and then you can sell the transfers. That's just a whole other business for you. Or heat press it on your garment.
If you have lost video at all, then you can just get it back normally by clicking on the blue snowflake at the bottom of the screen or hitting escape. It happens. So this kind of works almost like an embroidery machine, doesn't it?
It does. It is. The software, the hotfix software, which Alan will be showing you, you're going to, if you're in embroidery, the digitizing software is very much like the hotfix software, which you can use for rhinestones and spangles. To answer your question, it's a silicone. It's silicone hazard.
So the question is, what holds the transfer paper to the tray so it doesn't slide around?
Silicone.
Yeah, it's a silicone pad. It stays right there. You don't have to worry about that. How many colors are there? That's another question. How many colors of spangle material are there?
52. There's holographic, there's matte, and there's glossy.
Okay.
And you can find every color at colemanandcompany.com.
Yeah, we'll pull up that site for you before we leave today.
Of course, the holographics are going to be the more popular as comparison to rhinestones. But then you have the matte, which you can use even for men. I mean, Alan wouldn't wear it, but Mark may.
I could. I've been known to. Okay, the next question is, since it's 6 colors, can each color be different sizes?
It can, Gracie, but that's only if you have additional press units. This is what I'm saying. It's a 6-color design, but there's only three sizes. You can purchase more press units, but they are pricey, and it's easier to just work with what you have.
Yeah.
Make it work, as I say in my house.
There you go. So, and you said it's 2 2mm.
2 2mm, 3 3mm, and a 4mm.
It's just really fascinating to watch. You can also see, I don't know if you get this on the video, but you can kind of see the holographic that it's doing right now, the teal color.
What's your point?
That's it.
Okay.
Just that it's holographic.
And it's pretty.
And it's pretty. It's very pretty. I like how they all
If you have cheer teams, gymnastics teams, it it will pay your machine off. It's so flat to the touch. It's perfect for practice uniforms, for sheer uniforms, ice skating. There's absolutely no hand to it. So you can sit on somebody's shoulders if you have it on your back, and it's not going to bother them like a rhinestone would. It's not going to feel heavy in the front and pull. And chances are it won't come off. We actually give you a Nomax pad that pushes spangles up while your heat press goes down to ensure that they will not come off.
So by the time this takes to finish, and then a short heat press, you're talking about putting that on a $3 or $4 shirt and making $15 or $20 every time one of these is done.
Yeah.
So how long did this design take, Alan? Okay. So let's say it's 5 minutes a shirt.
No, let's say 4 minutes.
It's 4 minutes a shirt.
Let's go down, not up.
Let's go down.
4 minutes
Okay.
and 18 seconds.
Right, I'm going to back out here. It's doing the little black outline around the text. I don't even know if you can see that on the camera, but around the Stingray's text, there are black holographic spangles. In between, like right here, between the letters, there are black holographics.
Which just gives it that much more shine.
Yeah. And it's something you can do with spangles because the spangles are basically free. So you're not trying to figure out how to do fewer colors or anything like that.
Spangle it up.
So total including heat press, 5 minutes a shirt. 20, so how many shirts an hour is that? 12 shirts an hour.
12 shirts an hour.
$15 profit a shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it's going, it's making money.
Right.
That's the way you have to think of it. If you hear the noise of it pressing
Yeah,
out.
if you could get 20 bucks for that shirt, then you're making more than 120 bucks an hour.
Right. Right.
And that's what it looks like when it's done.
And then you heat press it. That's
Yep.
simple. Does anybody have any more questions about the design or the colors? You do get 19 reels to start with the machine. You'll get 19.
That is a lot of spangles.
That's a lot of spangle reels. Gracie, she asked, washing-wise, how does it hold up? It's been about a year or two, but I actually put my daughter's shirt on our Coldesi page. It was white. Alan made us some Easter shirts. I do separate my whites, but I washed it in hot water. I bleached it. I put it on high, like I do most of my whites, and not a spangle was missing. And I have a lot of spangle shirts from here, and they don't come off. They're
one of the
part
great things
the
is
shirt.
they don't. There's nothing to snag. There's nothing to it's not going to drag off or pull off at all.
Right.
Please hold the design
There's
back up
no
again.
back design, Rona, just front.
And you got to kind of.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's crazy. And we're going to show you. Alan's going to show you what the design looks like before you output it. Just a second. Not the shirt, the transfer.
Oh. There's the transfer. There's the back. Nothing.
You just peel that off, and that transfer you could stack those up and leave them for a long period of time before you 6 or 8 months before you heat press them.
But there is no reason.
There's
why
no
you
reason
would
to do
have-
that
Yep, you can just
unless you're
bingo.
like one of our other customers is probably one of the biggest wholesale transfer companies in the country,
Right.
and they have shelves and shelves of
Shelves,
spangles and
all the way
rhinestone
to the
transfers.
ceiling.
So if you were going to sell that transfer, by the way, how much would you do that for?
Well, it costs $1.15, $1.30 to make. I mean, you could sell it for $5, which is not expensive.
Yeah, actually, we have people on the Custom Apparel Startups Forum who sell transfers all the way up to $15.
Right. But you sell $5, you're still making $3.50.
Yeah, And all you're doing is what Alan just did. He's just taking it off and putting it back on. Okay, if there's no more questions for now, we are going to switch this over to Alan and take a look at the software. Give me just a second.
Go Alan, go Alan.
Okay, can everybody see the screen? I'm going to turn off the camera here.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Nobody can hear me. Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Alan. I'm the lead technician on the Spangle machine. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about software now. With easy-to-run software like we have here with the ProSpangle with your 6 colors and the expediency that which it operates from, we also need a comprehensive software that can keep up with the demands of the industry. Software that can create designs quicker means that we could output on our machines quicker, get designs and T-shirts out quicker to your customers. Means lower overhead, less time on the production line, and this software fills that bill. What I have here is a basic design. I'm just going to show you how the design thinks, the steps that you need to do. There's only 4 steps that you need to do to actually create a design. Number 1, you need a graphic image. Now, the graphic image could be a JPEG, it could be a bitmap, it could be a PNG. Anything rasterized is fine, as long as it's you want a higher resolution. But there's tools within the software that allows you to manage your graphics, especially if you don't have CorelDRAW or Photoshop. You don't need those partnership programs like a lot of other softwares have. It has its own graphic designer program within it. It's not just a spangle or rhinestone designer. It's actually a graphics editor too.
Yeah, you can hook it up to a plotter.
You hook up with a plotter. You could do mixed media too. For those of you that are in embroidery, if you want to add spangle or glitz to your already existing embroidery designs, it's simple. You bring your DST file in, you embellish it with whatever spangle you want, 2 millimeters, 3 or 4, and now you made a mixed media effect on your shirt, which brings in a higher perceived value for your T-shirt. So and if you're cutters, if you have a vinyl cutter, you could do a lot of things with the glitter vinyl mixed with spangle and just make dynamic looking designs. Now, as I mentioned, there's only 4 steps to actually creating a design. Number 1, we need a graphic. This happens to be a vector, okay? This is a star, okay? Step number 2 is we need to edit the graphic. Now, editing the graphic means a series of different things. Number 1, we want to make sure it's the right size based upon what our customer requests. Okay, so just like a graphics program would be, you highlight your graphic, and down here in the bottom left, you can see, well, actually, I'll go to layout, and you can see my graphic here is just over 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So what we can do is we can resize right from here. Customer wants it 7 inches. You type in 7 inches, and it'll automatically resize proportionally. Now, for those that like the skew images, you can just turn off this locking caps, and then you can actually change the width and skew the image. Okay, so now I'm 7 by 7. If I want to go 7 by 11, you can see now we're stretching the image. Okay, so you have full control over the graphic shape. The other things we can do, we can actually divide parts of the design. So if I want a 2-color purple outline, I can just select it. You have tools here, like one called split vector, which allows me to just go right through the middle here. And you'll see I'll just divide this purple. So you have your own graphic designer program within it. So I'll just go ahead and go to blue, and now you can see now we changed the image to a multicolored image. And I'm just waiting for the computer to catch up here. There it is. Okay, so you do have a full graphics editing package within it. Now, I'm going to undo that. I'm just going to go back to my 3 colors. Now, once we've actually edited our graphic, and that means, like I said, resizing, editing the image further, now we need to convert all the objects in the design to their appropriate spangle. In the software,
and by the way, folks, there is a little bit of a delay, not in the software, but in the screen refreshing in the webinar software.
Yeah, it'll catch up to you. I'm a little fast here, but you'll see all the steps, but they'll progress a little bit because of the latency on the internet. So, all right. So the next thing I need to do is actually build my stone catalog for the stones I intend to use. over here on the left-hand side, you can see we do have a catalog right here. Once I click on it, I could build my catalog of Spangle. Now you have the ability to create in this software many different things. Just the hotfix error gives you rhinestones, it gives you rhinestuds, nail heads, and of course our popular spangles. You also have the ability to favorite your spangles. So I'm going to click on spangles, and I'm going to go down to standard round, and these are my spangles that Coleman & Company sells right here. So I'm going to choose my 2 millimeter, and I'm going to add I'm going to go down to the holographic, which are HSs, and I'll add my clear. I'll add my black, and I'll add the teal color that I used in the design. I hit accept, and now all you have to do is to convert this image to spangles is simply click on the first. I'll click on the first color first, which is going to be the yellow, and I'll use Smart Design. Smart Design is actually convert shapes to rhinestones.
So by the way, I do want to impress upon everybody that if you're not a graphics person, don't worry. Training is included. You're getting kind of a crash course.
Yeah,
situation here.
It's just the 4 steps, okay? We've covered 2. We're doing the 3rd one now. So what I'll do now is you can see now it converted that inside color to my spangle. So I'm going to choose the next color, which is going to be the teal. Click where the teal is going to go, which is going to be the red area. Smart Design. Click on the fill type you want to do, and there it is.
Can you hide that graphic so people can see the
Sure. Let me just show you. So you can see what we're doing. It's just flooding that graphic with spangles. Okay. The last color we'll do in black. Now I use this one for the stingrays, but you can see I'll just click on this here, and there we go. We'll turn off our vector, and then this piece of line that's missing here, you just pull the dot out. Boom, it fills it in pretty nicely. We got it in all 4 corners. That's because of the angle. And there's our design. Now there's only one step. Last step is actually saving the design. Before saving the design, we have these overlaps here, which we do have to address. We want to make sure they are gone. It's simple. You just click on Solve Overlaps. It finds them all, and then you solve them.
And by the way, these are all reasons why the hotfix era is it's a dedicated software package to create Bling designs. It's not a plug-in to CorelDRAW or something like that.
No.
You can't do things like that.
It's standalone. It's standalone. It can do mixed media. It can do everything you need with your graphic, and it converts all your graphics to Spangle. And then when we're done, we just simply send it off to the machine.
Now, I would like to do one extra thing, and that's just create a little bit of text and arc it over that.
Sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's have some fun. All right, so we're going to go to File, and let's go ahead and do some, let's go and grab some text. So in the hotfix tab, we go to hotfix text, and you can see we have a series of pre-digitized fonts here that we can use. Okay, so I'm just going to choose Simplex, and then from there you type in the size of your text. So I'm going to do maybe just a little over a ½ inch font, and I type in what I want to say. Starlight.
Yep, watch your castle out there.
I got Starlight. And Star Bright. Bring. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit enter. It's going to come in. You can see it right there. What we want to do is double arch this around my graphic. So I'll choose from my layout double arch. In the way that this, you can see right there, it works pretty good. I can actually make the arch a little subtle.
That's great.
I'll bring it in. We want to actually bring this out a little bit. Oop. I want to bring this out just a little bit, place it correctly. There we go, and I'll just resize. And there we go. You can envelope your text around any shape at all. I think there's 28 different ways of actually enveloping your text around objects. Once this is done, the last step is actually sending it to the machine and making money. So you go to Save, and you go to Export Send Hotfix File, and you choose the automatic sequence press punch, and you send it off to the machine.
That's great.
The machine runs it right away. Okay.
Thanks, Alan. Do we have any questions about the hotfix era software? It does come with it.
Yeah.
It is included with the ProSpangle.
I would say that design that you just made, I would put that on a pillow for a little girl or boy's room.
Yeah, it's 3,347 spangle, so you're talking about
$1.
5 minutes runtime on the machine, a little less than 5 minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Alan. I appreciate that. There were 2 questions. How long can the machine run per day?
As long as you have.
All day.
All day, every day.
We have several customers out there that run 2-3 shifts overnight and everything. Yeah, with proper maintenance, this machine will run longer than your business will hold up.
Yeah. And there was another question about pricing on the ProSpangle.
If we're running a great special right now. If anyone would like this pricing emailed to them, go ahead and in the questions, write your email address, and I will email you right after this.
Yeah, we try to keep these for posterity, so we want to make sure that that we're using the right pricing for the time we're watching it.
Well, right, and truthfully, the special we have this month, it may go up next month, so I don't want to tell it.
You want to get somebody's hopes up.
Right.
Okay, so another question, do we do financing? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. And we also, well, it's a lease-to-own option, and when I email you, I'll be happy to include that information.
Yeah, I mean, leasing these things is a fantastic way to go.
This is what I tell people, especially with this machine. You can get a lease for up to 60 months, where that's fine. You know, it's like a car. However, you can pay it off after the first year with no penalties at all. And I have seen people wanting to pay it off in 5 months, and they can't because it's more like cashing out your IRA too soon. So you are simply paying on it for 1 year, and then it's pure profit after that.
And think about it, you know, if you can make $120 an hour off that Stingray shirt, it doesn't take more than 3 or 4 hours to pay for a lease.
Right, and you are not going to be limited to just shirts. I mean, there's so much you can do with this machine. I just said a pillow. Go to IKEA. I don't know if we have that paper yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But go to IKEA. Buy the pillow covers. Buy the inserts. Do pillows. Do you know, anything that you can think of outside of the box. Gift bags. The little velvet drawstring gift bags.
Seat covers.
Exactly. Peter, will you give me your email? Thank you very much. Thank you. Anything, especially if you're in a college town and you can get sororities. I mean, you can get a whole blankets, throw pillows, shirts, hats. You know, I always tell everyone, buy a hat press too. That way you can do hats because people will buy blinged out hats.
You know, one of my favorite things about the Undercover Bling success story that I put the link in there is that she did things like theaters, you know, like theater troupes and things like that for people to sell T-shirts and to wear cast T-shirts, buy what production they're putting on.
I think that's great.
She would also you know, recruit teachers at schools and leave a Bling shirt with one teacher and have her sell the shirts and then give her one for free depending on how many she sold. So all good stuff. It's
I
easy
really
to make.
need to get a machine.
You really
I got lots
do.
of ideas.
This is one we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
It really is.
I have a ton of ideas. I mean, make a package. If you're dealing with sports teams now, make a package for, you know, if you are in a place, we're not, but if you're in a place that has seasons, get a tank top, get a long sleeve shirt, get a sweatshirt with your son's name, team name, the number. You know, you sell 3 for $75, that's actually a really good bargain, and it's not even going to cost you $25 to make.
Get a cap press and put the spangles on caps.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, do we have any last questions before? I think we've proven that this is a pretty profitable machine.
Yes.
So do we have any last questions? We've got some email addresses of folks that need pricing.
If anyone has already spoken with me and they have any questions after this, feel free to reach out. The people who left your emails, I will get with you as soon as possible to send you the pricing. Thank you so much. And again, if anybody has any questions about the machine, I'm here.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you.